Word 2007 certainly makes it easy for you to format text in your documents. Thanks to the ribbon, the new mini toolbar, and a live preview before you format, you'll spend a lot less time formatting your documents. So if you don't have this document open here, which is job posting, you can go to the Open button, which is under the Office button, give it a click, navigate to your Lesson 4 folder, and to follow along with us, you can open up Job Posting 2. So we'll give it a click and open. So here's our document. It does need some formatting. Let's start with the title. So I'm going to go to the left-hand margin and just click once to select the entire title. We're going to make a couple of changes to it, like the font size, and maybe change it to a bolder type of font to stand out a little bit better. So we're going to go up to our font group up here on the ribbon, and you can see I do have the font name, the font size. I've also got a couple of buttons for increasing or decreasing the size of a font, the grow and shrink font buttons. So we'll play around with some of these to adjust this title to the exact size we want. If I click the grow font button, you can see it's getting a little bit bigger with each click. Now it's also showing here in this drop down for the font size. A quicker way would be to just click this drop down and select the size I want. But notice what happens as I hover over these sizes. I haven't actually clicked on them, but I'm getting a live preview of what it would look like if I were to select this. I really like this feature. So I'm going to go right up here to 16, that looks good, and give it a click. Now the title is still selected, which is nice because if I want to make further changes to it now I can, and I do. So I'm going to go up here to the font group again, and I'm just going to click on the bold button. That looks good. Before I deselect this, I might want to think about some of the styles that I have access to over here as well in the Styles group. And you can see over here I've got Heading 1, and all I need to do is just hover over it to see what that would look like. Again, I'm getting a live preview. So I'm going to go back to Heading 1 here. That looks okay, but I kind of like Heading 2 because it also changes the color a little bit. So I'm going to click that one. We'll dive deeper into styles a little bit later on in this title. Alright, let's move down now to one of our subtitles. Here we've got responsibilities include but are not restricted to. I'm going to select that. That's a subtitle. And let's make a couple of changes to it, but this time we'll use our mini toolbar. The mini toolbar shows up after you select text by moving your mouse pointer into that selected text. You can see how it's kind of showing up there. It's kind of faint, but you can see it just starting to appear as I hover over my text. So once I hover over my text and I start to see that mini toolbar, I just move up towards it and it becomes more opaque and I can now make selections from it. So let's do a couple of things here. I'm going to change the font size to 12. So I'm going to click this drop down and select 12. That looks good. I also want to bold it, so I'm going to click bold. That looks good. And anything else? Well, I don't know, but this Format Painter over here is kind of interesting. If I need to do the same changes to a number of other subtitles, I might want to borrow the formatting using this Format Painter. So I'm going to give it a click. I've now selected what was highlighted here. And all I need to do is just click and drag over the other subtitles to apply that formatting as well. So you see as I let go of the mouse button after highlighting it, that it is also taking on the same formatting as what I created with my Format Painter. So I just click anywhere in the document to deselect. Alright. Let's now select the second last sentence in this document by clicking in the left-hand margin where it says qualified candidates are invited to. And let's go to our underline drop-down. That's right, it's not just the underline button, but there's a drop-down next to it. And if we click that, you can see there's a number of underlined styles to choose from. And as I move over them with my mouse, you can see down below, I get a real-time or a live preview happening. Well, that's kind of neat. So I'm going to select the first one, just the regular underline. But I'm going to go back, and my sentence is still selected, to the underline drop-down, and I'm going to choose an underline color. As soon as I move down to underline color and over to the right, I've got this palette of colors to choose from. And you can see as I hover over them, I also get a live preview of the color. So I'm going to go over and down to one of these reds. Actually, this one down here in the standard colors really stands out. So I'm going to choose this red right here. To deselect the text, I just click anywhere in the document to see the finished results. So there you have it. Some basic formatting that's readily available thanks to this new ribbon and that mini toolbar. Once you start formatting your own text, you'll soon realize how much faster and easier this is.